Julie Davison from juliedavison.com. Happy Thursday. Welcome to Thursday Night Stamp Therapy. It is improv night in the house. That's right. I have no idea what we're making tonight because it's been that kind of day. But I'm really glad that you're here and we're going to make something fun together and share some stamping. I want to know, tell me, when was the last time that you made a card? Are you stamping right now? Are you stamping? Did you stamp earlier today? Will you stamp this weekend? I stamped this morning with some stamping friends. We made some autumn cards with this beautiful autumn designer paper. In fact, actually, we made a last month's project kit. So we made these awesome cards. I've got a few kits left, and I'm going to be posting them on my kit page soon. I actually need to make up more because there's not very many left. But I'm super excited about this Splendid Autumn. And I swear to you, the leaves look just like this. They are so gorgeous here in Central Illinois. We just have some amazing fall colors that are popping this week. And so it's inspiring me. I totally want to make another project with the Splendid Autumn designer paper. Because I think it's so beautiful. So maybe we'll do that. I don't know. I thought we'd start by looking at some cards that came in the last week or two. And maybe we'll feel inspired. I pulled out some other ones that I've kind of feel inspired by. So we're just going to see how it goes. As you know, a couple weeks ago, we lost our Gracie. One of our Beagle pups. She was 12 or 13 years old. She's a rescue, so we don't know exactly how old she was, but she'd been kind of sick for a few months, and she was actually doing better. So it was sort of out of the blue, but not totally unexpected. And we're doing okay. And I just want to say thank you to everyone who has sent messages and shared cards. We received a couple gifts that were just so lovely. So I wanted to say thank you so much to everyone who's been thinking of us. I've got a couple cards here at the top of the stack that were specifically for our sweet Gracie. This one comes from Anna Rebedu, who used that classic retired dog punch to create her project. And I think it's so perfect with the little cloud punch as well. Sorry for your loss. It's so perfect. Thank you so much, Anna, for your beautiful card. Here's one from Michelle Mullen. And oh my goodness, I opened this with the kids at the table, and they were just so impressed with the little dog image that looked so much like a little beagle with our Gracie's floppy ears. I love this one with the rainbow and some clouds again. I just love that, and a little halo and the angel wings. She was such a sweet pup, and we do miss her so much. This card came from Chris Anderson with a little gift. Thank you so much, Chris, for thinking of us and for your bright and happy card to cheer us up. This one comes from Myrna Hernandez. I love this aspen tree dies here on top of that beautiful Splendid Autumn designer paper. Just such a beautiful card. And I love the sentiment here in the front. The friendship of a pet is one of life's greatest gifts. Thank you so much for thinking of us and for sending such a beautiful card. I am reminded so much about how cards make a difference in our lives. And so I hope that you are sending cards to your friends and family. I have a special project we're going to talk about a little bit later that I would love your help with. Let's keep going with these cards. This one comes from Trina Hilligoss, who brought it to me today when she came to stamp, and she uses retired Halloween set to create this fun card with different stitch circles. I just love these colors together. Sort of a lighter version of Halloween, not so bright orange, with a like a parakeet party lemon lime twist, a wisteria wonder, I think that is, and daffodil delight with the spider web embossing folder in the background. Check out this, how similar is this layout? I love it. This one came from Lynn Werner. Thank you so much, Lynn, for your fun Halloween card. This is the Playful Ghost stamp set, and so cute. I love the sponging around the edges here to kind of show off different colors with those fun little ghosts, all the stamped images. Hey, boo! That's so cute. Trick or treat on the inside. I love this little love this little ribbon too. We had some fun cards that we shared on Tuesday night for our great big card swap, and this was one of them. Ann Telecki sent an extra one for me, kind of a fun fold. I just love that. So clean and simple. In fact, I think it's even more, I say clean and simple. It's not clean and simple. It's a fun fold, but it's an easy fun fold, and maybe we'll make one like this tonight so I can show you just how easy it is. You can kind of see how the white piece has those special score lines, and it just kind of folds under and fits like that. So it folds flat and then just pops up, and it's just so fun the way it connects to the front for that little pop through window. Our next card comes from Tracy Evans, all the way from the UK. I just love this beautiful card. She has stamped some leaves on the cardstock and then did a fun technique with that, changing leaves embossing folder, adding some ink to the embossing folder and then embossing it. So you can still see that color shining through. I just think that is so beautiful. Tracy, I'm so happy that you're part of our monthly card swap, and thank you so much for the extra card. It really, really made me so happy. It's gonna be a night, isn't it? Okay. Virginia Smith sent this card. This was an extra of her. Oh, her dollar from the swap. This was an extra of her out of the box card. That was the theme this month. Out of the box, and you guys really nailed it with your cards. I love this card in a box in a card. I can't remember which way it goes. Beautiful images here with the. I just love these bright colors. So happy. We got berry burst for the card base and some bubble bath here for the tags. I love that it folds flat and fits in a regular envelope, and then it just kind of opens up to be this fun little 3-dimensional card. Just so cool. And I also got a double from Mesa Sama, who created this one based on and inspired by a layout in the annual catalog on page 22. She used pieces of ribbon to create stripes and to create some texture and dimension on her card. Love these colors, that bright pineapple punch, some emerald envy, blueberry bushel, lovely lipstick, and I think groovy guava. Is that? I think that was that orange color. A new swapper, Iris T, sent a double card for me, and she did a little pop-up diorama card using the Regency Park designer paper with the Playing in the Rain. And there was a second one, so you have to be sure to check that out. A second. It was a this or that, so it was a dark blue designer paper that was really lovely, and I love how that kind of pops up too with a little rabbit. Thank you so much for sending that, Iris. Last card from the Great Big Card Swap, a double for me from Betty Woda, and she used wallpaper on her card. How fun is that? Have you guys ever used anything strange or unusual on your cards? I remember years ago I did a challenge and I was trying to do like some upcycling on my card, and I used some pop tabs and created a buckle for ribbon, and it was super fun. So I'd love to hear what kind of unusual things you have incorporated into your card making. Wallpaper is something that I have not done, mostly just because I haven't used wallpaper in a really long time. In fact, the last time I used wallpaper was probably a wallpaper border that I did for Thomas's baby room when he was born, which was over 20 years ago. So it's been a while since I've been around some wallpaper. Grapefruit Grove, that could be that color, Melissa. It's kind of a blur sometimes with the colors. All right, you guys are quiet in the chat tonight. Tell me what you guys are doing. Let me show you some cards that I was feeling inspired by, and we can see what we want to do. So first of all, this card came from Sarah Douglas, the CEO of Stampin' Up. She sent this one to congratulate me on my $1.2 million sales milestone. And I just love this layout. We have some Countryside Inn designer paper with the daisy die cuts and the leaves, and I just thought this was so pretty. I love the stark white die cut, but mostly I just love this sort of little this little diagonal corner of different designer paper, and I wondered if I could make a card like that with one of these patterns and kind of have like an angle of either solid cardstock or using like the flip side and having having like a corner that was different and bold. And so I sort of love that idea. These are leftover from the kits I was making today, but the Splendid Autumn Designer Paper has many patterns. 12 to be exact. There are 12 patterns, and in the package of 6x6 designer paper you get 4 each of those 12 patterns. And so we just have some beautiful, I swear this is like seriously what I saw on my walk. So beautiful. All these amazing patterns that were colored and created by Stampin' Up artists in the home office, and then they turned their works of art into designer paper for us. Such talent. I could totally see Claire doing something like this someday. How fun would it be to work for Stampin' Up as an artist? I think she could create some amazing art for us that we could enjoy on some designer paper. Oh, I love that stamp. Alita says she's making some cards with "The World Needs More Love Notes" stamp. Oh my gosh, that is so true. The world does need more love notes. And so here's my special little project. I'm bringing out this stamp set because it has a similar sentiment in it. You are loved. And part of the reason I was running a little bit late tonight is that I was talking with Claire today. She's just really been struggling, and I don't talk about the kids a lot and what they're doing, but she needs some love notes. If you would like to send an encouraging note to Claire, you can send them to, my P.O. Box, which is Julie Davison, P.O. Box 6164, Champaign, Illinois 61826. If you would like to send a note to Claire, an encouraging word, maybe as she is finishing her term and getting closer towards finals and getting through that first term here of her second year of college, you can send a card and just write Claire's name somewhere on the envelope, and I'll know to save it for her, and I will forward that happy mail to her. But mostly, I hope you share those love notes with your friends and family. Let's make a card. Oh, I brought out my changing leaves and my autumn leaves because I am just feeling that beautiful fall colors. Do you have this changing leaves embossing folder? This one is so fun because it has the hybrid embossing folder and die. So it has a die that fits right inside of the embossing folder, and die cuts and embosses at the same time. And I know this one was out of stock for a while, and so I was just checking it before I came on, and it is low inventory right now. And so if you don't already have the Changing Leaves hybrid embossing folder, I would invite you to shop for it and get it now. I think that it will be restocked, but I have no idea if it goes out, how long it will take to come back. So this is one of the online exclusives. And one of the things I love about the online exclusives is that they're not tied to a catalog. So if this were in the September through December mini catalog, for example, there would sort of be this end date of December for the mini catalog. And so if they couldn't order it in time for it to come in before the end of the catalog, they would just say, well, I guess that's it, and we won't be able to get it anymore. But with online exclusives, we can say, all right, well, we'll order more, and when it comes in, we'll make it available again. And that may be November, that may be December, that may be January, but it's going to come back. And so I love that about the online exclusives. I love that we're not tied to a 4-month catalog period, and that we can get things back in stock when they're more popular than we expected them to be. So if you don't have the Changing Leaves embossing folder, get it now. And if you don't get it now, it will come back because it is so popular. And the whole purpose of online exclusives is to have the flexibility to reorder things that are popular and bring them back for us until they're not popular. So I'm excited about that. And I don't know, let's cut this. Have you guys seen how this works? you actually can do a stamped image, I think, right? Where's the stamp stuff? A stamped image. You can stamp and emboss and die cut. Like they fit in there. I don't know that I've done it with this particular set. I just shared a project at the beginning of the month with the hibiscus, which is another hybrid embossing folder. And that one is coming out in the online exclusives in November. In fact, not next week, but the week after, on Tuesday, November 5th, we'll have some new online exclusives. And this is the card I made previously where I stamped and then embossed and die cut at the same time. Do you guys remember this one? I'll try to remember to link it up in the video description. I know. Thank you, Tony. Yeah, live videos, right? I did not plan to to totally lose it tonight. I really thought I was going to be able to talk about it and be okay. But thank you so much for all of your comments. It is therapy time, and I'm so glad that we can spend this time together. I did see someone asked about how to spell Claire's name. It does include an I. It's Claire. And she would just love anything that's bright and cheerful and happy. She loves cute little animals. But truly, if you just have a fun card sitting around, she would love it. So thank you so much for your consideration. And again, I truly want you to share those Happy Meal cards with all the people in your life that need a little sunshine. Okay, you make me smile. Oh, I love that. You guys make me smile. Okay. Let's do this. I'm just so drawn to this one today. Jim and I took Bella for a walk. One of the happy things that we can return to is our dog walks. We used to go every single night after dinner, and the dogs always walked at different paces. Gracie was always a little bit slower. She's always had some, joint issues, and Bella was our speed walker. And so we'd pair off, and we'd have two different people with a leash, and then each person had a poop picker upper. And so it was a whole family affair. We used to take the dogs for a walk after dinner, and we were spread out, but we were together. It was just such a great time to talk and walk. And so Jim came home from work, and we took Bella out for a walk, and it's something that we've been trying to get back into because we hadn't walked for many months because Gracie just wasn't able to keep up, and it didn't feel fair to take Bella and not Gracie. So we're getting back into those walks with the dog, and gosh, it just was so beautiful tonight. The sun was starting to go down, and the colors were just fire. They were just so pretty. I didn't have my phone because I was charging it for this video, but I would have taken 100 more pictures like I did yesterday. Did you see the pictures I shared? Okay, Backyard Stamper Kathy. It is Claire with an I. Michelle, I just asked for some Happy Meal for my college daughter who is kind of struggling a little bit. And so if you would like to send encouraging happy cards, you can send them to my P.O. box that we use for the Great Big Card Swap, and I'm just going to forward them on to Claire. Also, we lost our dog Gracie 2 weeks ago. Yeah, it's just there's so much so much going on. That was hard for Claire to be away, and she really had a hard time with that on top of everything else, because she felt like she didn't get any closure. So Sharon, I shared on Tuesday your gift that you made for us, the busted canvas with Gracie's picture. I love it so much, but I showed Claire, and she really just loves it so much. So I packaged it up and I sent it to her today. So she's gonna really love having that on her desk. So thank you so much for sharing that gift with us and allowing us to share that with her. Okay, let's make a cherry cobbler leaf, because I think, oh gosh, I don't know. I always go to Cajun Craze. Do you think this is cherry cobbler or Cajun Craze? Let's get out 2 little pieces and you guys can help me decide. Okay, cherry cobbler, Cajun Craze, our designer paper. Either one, right? Okay, you guys vote though. Give me a quick vote. Cherry cobbler or Cajun Craze. What color should I use to die cut a leaf? Oh, I mean, at either or, right? Connie says cherry. Jennifer says cherry. Diane says cherry. That was my first instinct, was the cherry cobbler. And I always tend to go to Cajun Craze just because it's my favorite fall color. It's funny, when you hold it up to the Cajun Craze, I think that it really shows that Cajun in there because there is both colors. And when you hold it up to the cherry cobbler, I think it really pulls the cherry cobbler out, right? It's so funny how the paper just kind of changes like that. Well, you guys are almost unanimous. I think you are unanimous on cherry cobbler. So let's cut one of these and let's see how this looks. Now, which one do I want to? Okay, I think I can do it like this and get 2 of the leaves. So I'm going to send this through the die cutting machine. And when you're using the hybrid embossing folder, you can use the gray specialty plate. Let's get this up here. I've got the platform 1, and I'm going to put the fold toward the roller, and then the specialty plate 4, and I'm going to send this through. And you want to make sure that you're putting the fold in first, because if you go the other way, all the pressure of the roller is leading right into the crease of the embossing folder, but on a closed end, there's nowhere for that pressure to go. And so you will pop the fold, you will pop the end of your embossing folder. So make sure that you go with the fold in first. Okay, fold first so that the pressure can come out the open end on the other side. Hope that makes sense. Okay, here are the die cut and embossed leaves. Oh my gosh, I wish I had some oh, you know what we can do? I was gonna say, I wish I had some gold ink. We could use some Versamark and some gold embossing powder and just like highlight these leaves. I think that's gonna be, I think this is gonna be really pretty. All right, let's move this out of the way. We're just gonna try this. I have no idea what this card is gonna look like. I guess it's gonna maybe look something like that. I think I like the big leaf for this project, but maybe we'll try it out on the small leaf first just to see how it looks in case we don't like it, and then we won't ruin the big one. Do you guys do that? Do you try things out first and make sure that you don't spoil the whole thing? What do we have in here? You are amazing in every single way. A little note to brighten your day. I like those. Here for you. I couldn't have done it without you. I think you're amazing in every single way. I'm getting ahead of myself. We're not quite ready for this, but well, I'm going to put it on the black and think about it. All right. Embossing. Is this plugged in? Nope. Okay, hang on. Alrighty, get out our tray with our embossing powders. Now there are 2 different combinations of embossing powders. The Basics has white, black, and clear. The Metallics has copper, gold, and silver. So I was gonna use gold, but let's do some copper. That'd be so pretty with these colors. All right, and the Versamark pad. This is a watermark stamp pad. Oh, I wish I had a clean one to use with the Versamark because I don't want to get color on the Versamark. I don't know, that is pretty dry. I don't think that's going to come off, so wish me luck. Okay, we are going to, you know what, it doesn't matter. We can use our, gosh, that's a technique, isn't it? I am just going to use my fingers and let's see what sticks. Let's see what sticks to the oil from my fingers. Maybe nothing. Maybe we'll have to do it again with ink. But I was going to use the there's just a little bit. I don't know. I think we need to use the sponge dauber. I was going to use the embossing buddy and then use the sponge dauber, and I thought, well, let's just see, right? Maybe that is enough. So I'm just taking and lightly dabbing. It's a clear ink, so I can't see it, but I just want to add, I really just want it to kind of go on the, like on the very, oh, that's too much. Well, you know what? That's what the brushes are for. I really just wanted to go kind of on the, just the raised parts. Oh, I think it looks kind of lovely. Okay, I don't know. Let's heat it up and see what it looks like. I'm going to put that right here. Close this up. Move this out of the way for just a second. Use our tweezers to hold this and heat. So it's not exactly on the veins, and it's just like a little touch of the copper, but I kind of love it. I like that it has just like a little bit. Yeah, see your hearts, yay! Oh, thank you so much, Jill. I'm so happy that you're watching tonight. It's good to hear from you. It's just been a rough year for Claire. It's been, yeah, but she's gonna be okay because we are loving her and supporting her, and oh my gosh, I just got Julie. I just got the embossing powder from the sponge dauber, and I put it right on the ink pad. Well, just do it some more. I have multiple ink pads, Versamark pads. All right, that might be too much. We'll see, but we can always brush them off. Let's bring our powder pal back in here and do some shake, shake, shake. It doesn't necessarily have to cover the whole thing, right? We just want to kind of bring some of that in there. Oh, you can see. Oh my goodness. I don't usually get so messy, but tonight we are we are just getting into it. I think it's going to be so pretty though. All right, it almost reminds me of like tiger stripes. I'm going to set that aside and clean it up later. Let's get our tweezers to hold. And let's heat this big one up. This feels so awkward. I'm reaching across the camera. There we go, that's better. Do you guys do a lot of embossing? The Embossing Editions toolkit, which includes the tray and the powder pal, the tweezers, and the brush, is such a great way to step up your embossing game. Of course, then you also need the basics, which is the heat tool, the embossing powder, the Versamark pad. But embossing is such a fun way, easy way to add elegance to your projects. All right, did I get it all? Looks like there's a little spot right there. Oh, yeah. Okay. I think we did it. Oh my gosh, I love that. I love it. I think I like the other one more because there's a little bit less, but I think it's just so pretty. Oh, 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 oh. Okay. If we're going to be inspired by this one with our little diagonal, let's first cut the piece for the card. And I'm going to cut the same size that this is, which is 3 3/4 by 5. And I know that because I've been stamping for 20 many years. 20, I don't know, so many years, and I just know by looking sometimes what the measurements are. So we've got 3 inches by 3 3/4 by 5 inches. And I might have to bring in another piece. I love that dark red. Oh, 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 do we have copper cardstock? We need some copper cardstock. Let's see. Textured metallic. Uh-huh. Okay. This is this one new? I don't think this is that new. Maybe it is. There is some new tungsten. Well, I don't think this is the new one. There's another one that's a brushed silver and gold that's part of the online exclusives, but this is a little different. This has got copper, gold, and tungsten apparently, which I guess is the like the darker sort of purple color. So it's not silver, it's tungsten. Well, you can't see it well there. Okay, so I love this little angle here. Let's see. Let's see how tall this is. This is 2.5 inches tall. So we are going to do a 2.5 inches by 3 3/4. Okay, and then we are going to take this and cut diagonally. And I'm trying to think about how I want it on the card. I think I want it this way. Okay. Bringing in that copper. Oh, is that too much copper? Do we want the copper down here? Oh, do we want the copper down there? I was trying not to cover up the bottom because I love that so much. But I'm covering it up with the leaf anyway, aren't I? Maybe we bring the smaller leaf in there. I do think I like that smaller leaf better. Yes. Okay, let's yeah, we're just gonna switch things up here. This was on a white card base. Do we like a white card base? I feel like we need a darker color. Either some cherry cobbler, which is this color here, or maybe some of the early espresso or basic beige. I love that basic beige. It's such a great neutral. Oh no, a bot. Oh, what is this? Okay, let's see. I think I can, okay, I think I can hide the user. Did that work? Thank you for the bot alert. Okay. That's so interesting that doesn't happen more often, right? What am I doing differently? What am I doing differently that a bot has has joined us? I don't know. Was there a trigger word? I think I was careful about the way I was talking about things earlier. I don't know. Anyway, This is basic beige. What do you think about that? I don't know. I don't like basic beige with that. Let's put that away. What about cherry cobbler? I like that better. Sometimes I do a layer. So we could bring in a white layer, and then we have our words to go in the label. You are amazing in every single way. Or Polly, welcome. So glad you're here. Claire, I hear you. The copper at the bottom. Okay. And I don't like that it covers up the bottom of the tree though. So I don't know, we could do a this or that, top or bottom. We could do, so here's the top. We're also going to have our little oval of a greeting. And I sort of like that it covers just the top of the trees, but it leaves the rest of the image kind of up. But let's do a vote. So we have, ooh, the mercury vellum is so pretty. The red paper, this is, so if you're just joining, it's regular cherry cardstock, and then I used some of the copper embossing powder to kind of customize it. Isn't it pretty? Okay, you guys are really split on the top versus bottom. Terry says bottom, Polly says bottom. Okay, what is happening? I don't know the craziness that's happening on our channel today, causing all of these crazy messages. Okay, bottom. Janice says the opposite corner on the bottom. This one? Oh, that just changes the whole thing. Oh. That hides the entire path, but it showcases the entire tree. I'm not sure what is happening in the chat. I feel like, but the comments seem real. They don't seem very bot-like. I don't know. Okay, so we have three options now. Light gray cardstock, that would be interesting, Jill. So we have the top or the bottom. I'm going to call this one the side. Top, bottom, side. I do think instead of such a stark white that I want to bring in some very vanilla. I don't do that enough. Very vanilla. I always forget about it. The other thing we could do is we could use that basic beige as a layer instead of the white. It's also sort of a nice like neutral, I don't know, it seemed too cool tone, I think, to be with the this though. So let's see, that was 4 inches by 5 1/4. Lavender. Oh, kind of like this. Oh, I see. This is so insane today. Okay, sorry. Oh, I wish I knew the magic word that was attracting all of the bots. Who said lavender? That's kind of an interesting idea. That is Highland Heather. There is some purple in here. But I'm not sure that I like this so much. You can see it more, the lavender down here, but I don't know how I feel about lavender with the cherry cobbler. That feels out of the box for me. We might have to stop the live and restart. I don't know. Okay. Take away from the tree. Yeah, I do think the lavender takes away from the tree. I think the vanilla is going to be a good choice for us tonight. And I'm going to stamp the sentiment in Cherry Cobbler. Cherry Cobbler, however, can be a little bit stainy on your... it can be a little bit stainy on your photopolymer stamps. And so one way to counteract the stain is to use something like the Versamark pad first, and it kind of coats the stamp and protects it from the really dark ink, especially those red base like Melon Mambo, Cherry Cobbler, Blackberry Bliss. It's crazy to think that I need a moderator. But maybe you guys are right. Maybe we need to do that. Cajun Craze, that was an interesting idea, Catherine, to bring in that other color that we were considering earlier. And I've lost track about, what we decided. It kind of feels dark. I don't know. Can someone count for me? Will you guys help me moderate? Will you count the bottom, side, top vote and figure out where we landed on that? I'm going to die cut our sentiment with the oval. The top right side. Oh, that's interesting. For some reason, I feel like I don't know how to put the sentiment, but maybe, or the leaf, but maybe when I cut out the words, it will become clearer to me. Let's go ahead and die cut this. I'm not going to lift the machine up. I'm just going to reach down and do it here. I'm pondering, what is the purpose? What is the purpose of the, what is the purpose of a bot just repeating messages over and over again? Like, there's not a link to click on, so it just seems like just an annoyance. Okay. Lynn says top right. Bottoms for the win. Top right is my favorite. That's a good point. Melissa says she likes the top left as it brightens up the dark part of the designer paper. That is a good point. I feel like I'm leaning that way. I'm gonna overrule you guys. I'm sorry. We could just copper it up. I think that's too much, but I don't know. That could be a whole nother look, right? Okay. It's like whack-a-mole. Let's talk about how we feel about Cajun Craze versus not early espresso, very vanilla. Do we like the very vanilla as the layer? I don't know. It feels interrupty. It feels like the very vanilla interrupts the feeling of the card. So I have my mouse right next to me, and I can just click right over the comment. There's like 3 little dots, and it allows me to hide the user or put the user in timeout. And so it's quick and easy. Let's just forge ahead. There's so many people watching. I really don't want to start all over with a new video, but maybe we'll just keep it short tonight and only make 1 card. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how we go. Okay. Try bottom left corner with the long side of the triangle at the bottom. Crumb cake. Ooh, crumb cake could work. Early espresso. Yeah, I think the very vanilla is too bright. I agree with you guys there. Cajun Craze has some nice like melding into the background, you know, which I like. It's sort of like it's a layer, but it also you know, kind of blends in with the beautiful designer paper because those colors are in there. Here is crumb cake. I feel like crumb cake might be too interrupty as well, though. Do you think? Yeah, I think the Cajun Craze. Let's cut a piece that's big enough to be our layer. And since the designer paper is 3 3/4 by 5, the Cajun Craze is going to be 4 by 5 1/4. Fumbling over here. We're just not going to let those bots get the best of us, right? We are going to carry on because that's what we do. Carry on. I cannot wait to get out my amazing metallic sequins. There's some copper and some silver and some gold and some early espresso, and so some copper sequins on this are going to be so beautiful. This is awesome. Let's do some dimensionals just because we can. Gonna just add that layer to pop it up. Now, so originally, guys, my plan was to show you some projects that were going to be in the October project kit, the bonus project kit, because I usually do the last Thursday of the month, but next Thursday is Halloween. It's the last day of the month. It's Halloween. I know you guys are going to be busy, and we're going to have some people over, but I will pre-record a video for you. But I don't want to wait until next week to show you the October project kit. So sometime between now and next Thursday, I will do a video showcasing those projects, and I'll try to get organized enough so that I can schedule the live so you guys can see it and join me. But either way, I will be sharing those projects sometime between now and next Thursday so that you've got some time to check them out and see what you think, because I'm really excited about the new project kit. Tuesday, if that could work. Tuesday, I would have to pre-record it on Tuesday. We have a band, marching band awards night for our high school girls. And I was originally supposed to do a team thing on Tuesday night and I had to reschedule because I forgot that was that night. So, that's a good question. Although I have to say you guys are all watching at night, so maybe the middle of the day isn't good. But how does the afternoon work for you? Would you guys prefer a live in the evening, or would you prefer it to be during the day, like a 1 or a 2 in the afternoon kind of a thing? I'm going to use some, I love it so much. These are not glued down yet. Let's do that. I'm going to kind of do this at an angle. I want to show as much of the leaf as possible. Okay. You are amazing in every single way. Tell me something happy. Tell me a story that that would lead you to send this card to someone. This card says you are amazing in every single way. So tell me about something amazing that someone has done for you recently that would make you want to send this card. I want to hear about your amazing friends. I know you guys are going to tell me I need a third sequin, but I don't know where to put it. Right there. How about that? Is that a good place? Bring the sentiment down to show the leaf. I think we got the leaf pretty good. Oh, this card had an extra score line in the back. I just won't fold it. It'll be okay, right? Okay, Sherry says, my Bible study leader started up a new Bible study this year, and she's awesome. Oh, I love that. Tell me more about your amazing friends that you would send this to. I need some happy stories. And I also need an inside for this card. So let's bring in that piece that we didn't use of the Very Vanilla. And we're going to stamp a leaf, and also we're going to stamp a sentiment. So this says you are amazing in every single way. And I couldn't have done it without you. I think that one is so good. Let's do those two on the inside. It looks like I did this one in a dark color, like maybe Cajun Craze. And I probably forgot to do my little Versamark trick so that I didn't stain it too much. Oh, I love that. Katie says, we missed our ladies weekend this summer. So her friend is going to host it at her house. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, Polly, she says, I broke my arm and needed help. I was feeling so sad I hadn't been able to craft. And her friend came over and helped her shower and took her out to be with people. That's so awesome. And Polly, I'm so sorry to hear about your arm. I hope that you heal quickly and that you have amazing friends to keep you company as you do. Tony says her friend owns a local shop and has allowed her to do workshops there and to sell her products there for a discounted rental price to use the space. I love that. And she's always trying to help you promote the business. Don't you love friends that just have your back no matter what? That's so awesome, Tony. Melissa says she has a friend who made it financially possible for her to spend a month and a half this summer helping her parents move to another state. Wow. That is awesome. I almost put cherry cobbler ink in my Versamark pad. What a special friend. That really is so amazing. Joe had to move out of her condo because of a mold remediation, and a friend offered to let her stay in their garage apartment for as long as you needed. Oh, Joe, I love that. For you. That is so amazing that you had a place to go with a friend and didn't have to be on your own figuring that out. These stories are making me so happy, you guys. Thank you. A little note to brighten your day. Connie says the lady that cut her hair is taking care of her parents and her husband, who just had shoulder surgery, and her girls at church are giving her a spa day. That's so amazing. One of the things our local radio station does every year at Christmas time is they grant wishes. And so they get donations from local organizations, gift cards and other things like spa days. And then you can call and like nominate people. And it is always so touching, the generosity that people have around the holidays. And this is just reminding me of that. I love to hear all these stories of your amazing friends. Oh, Polly, you had to have surgery. 10 screws and a plate later. Oh my gosh. I take it slow as you are starting to craft again, Polly. Don't re-injure anything and don't push yourself too much. I think sometimes it's so hard to be patient with our bodies as they heal. So I hope that you are being patient with yours, and I hope that you have a speedy recovery, and just take it one day at a time. I feel like it has been a solid hour. We took an hour to make a card. Oh my gosh. Oh, truly stamp therapy when it takes you an hour to make a card, isn't it? Here was our inspiration. This card from Sarah with the corner of designer paper. And it looks totally different because we went in a different direction with our designer paper and the Splendid Autumn. But you can see where the inspiration came. You know what? Sarah needs a little bling on her card. That's funny that there isn't any. I still wanted to use that "You Are Loved," and maybe I'll do something with this piece really quick. This is one of my favorite pieces in the. It's one of my favorite pieces in the Splendid Autumn designer paper. And You Are Loved. It's kind of big though, isn't it? Oh my gosh. You Are Loved. I don't know, that could work down here. Oh my gosh. We should just emboss this greeting right on the designer paper. Yes. 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 Let's do that. Okay. So what color should we emboss with? I have to say the copper, I think, might be a little bit light. Should we use the gold? Ooh, the silver. Or should we use the white? Give me a quick vote on this. And I am going to work on cutting the card pieces. We're gonna emboss You Are Loved right on the designer paper. I see another story I want to scroll back up and look at. I think Alita posted. Let's see. Oh, Melissa, I love it. Alita says one of her senior friends called and said she did not remember how to turn the computer on. And so she went over and gave her a computer lesson. Oh, and cleaned up her closet. Alita, you are so sweet. I always love to take time like that with someone, right? That not being able to turn on the computer is just one little part of it, you know? And really it's just more about spending that time. Oh, you're going to make me cry, Lynn. Thank you for your words. Golds, white. There was a lot of whites earlier and now some golds. 1, 2, 3, 4. I see a silver in there. 5, 6, 7 white, and there were a few interruptions, weren't there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we have more white than gold on this vote. And I think the white will be easier to read. So I think we're gonna stick with that. Okay, I always think about the rule of thirds. Do you guys know about the rule of thirds? When you have an image, you break it into like a grid, right, or thirds here. And so, and then also the other direction into thirds. And so you really want your focal point to kind of be in those intersecting lines. I think we've talked about this before, but let me just draw really quick and show you. So if we have our space here, our card front, and we break the card into thirds, 3 even sections roughly, and we do it the other way as well, so vertical thirds and horizontal thirds. And so we want to keep those focal points. It's more visually pleasing to have those focal points be where those lines cross and connect. And so as I'm cutting the designer paper, I'm thinking about the rule of thirds because I want the sun to kind of be in one of those cross points. And so I've got it here in the corner. And this is a great rule to remember when you're taking photographs as well, and the rule of thirds. And I always also think about in a photograph, the image, you know, like if someone's walking, you want to have them on the side, you know, you want them to be walking into the photograph and not to be walking out of the photograph, if that makes sense. Okay, we're getting sidetracked. I've got my rule of thirds vertically or horizontally, but now I need to cut the top and the bottom to 5 1/4. Actually, I think I'm gonna do 3 3/4. I love this paper because it's got these purples and the pink in there. There's pumpkin pie and crushed curry and oh my gosh, there's fresh freesia and blackberry bliss and Highland heather and some fleur de flamingo in there, some beautiful mossy meadow. All the colors in this one, it makes me so happy. We are going 5 inches here. I think we did our rule of thirds and we got that sun just in the right place. And then we are going to, I think I want to do mossy meadow on Highland heather. Okay, I have card bases already done. Oh, beautiful. And so I'm gonna have just a peek of the green behind that and then onto the purple. Do you think that's good? Oh, I am going to do 4 by 5 1/4. So this is actually the same measurements that we used on this card. The designer paper is 3 3/4 by 5 layered onto 4 by 5 1/4. With such beautiful designer paper, like you want to use as big of a piece as possible to really just maximize the amazing image. So let's go ahead and layer these together. Oh, we need to emboss before we totally put this card together. Okay, we're going to use our embossing buddy for sure on this one because we do not want to get, any extra. We agreed on white, even though I know some of you still say gold, but we're gonna do the white. Oh, Twyla, I'm so happy you made it here. We're running a little later than normal tonight, and so truly thank you guys for sticking around for so long. We started a little bit late, and then we've been having so much fun that we went a little over. Stamping this in the left corner. And it's clear ink, so you're not going to see it until we put the powder on it. Going with the white here, and it's going to be just like magic. I'm such a terrible salesperson. Sometimes I forget that I'm supposed to be selling. So if you would like to place an order, kits are on sale for up to 30% off this month. And also don't forget about the starter kit special. You can get an extra $30 in your starter kit when you join as a demonstrator. If you haven't checked it in a while, there's also some really good deals in the clearance rack left over from the update last month. And just some amazing things that are available right now in the mini catalog, like this awesome designer paper. And if you don't have this paper yet, you need it. Okay. I didn't even think. I just grabbed more designer paper to put the powder on. Oh my. This table is a hot mess. Let's heat this up and let's get our card together. I kind of want to add, I just feel like this corner needs a little more powder. I didn't want to tap too much off of it. Okay. That's better. It was looking a little weak in the knees over there. Let's heat. Oh, it looks like a photograph, doesn't it? Have you ever made a card from a photograph? I swear I could not take a photograph this beautiful. And if I was somewhere that was quite this beautiful, I think I would just want to enjoy it and not try to take a picture of it. Oh, you guys are so great. Okay. One or two more. 1, 2. All right, this card is going to Claire. I'm gonna write a message on it and pop it in the mail for her. She has also been enjoying the beautiful colors where she is. And I think she will appreciate the sunset. You are loved. I opened it like there was something inside. There's nothing, just a whole lot of love. I will sign all your names. Oh, from everybody at Thursday Night Stamp Therapy. Claire, you are loved indeed. This is the amazing Splendid Autumn designer paper. Guys, go grab a pack because if you don't use it all this year, you'll have some amazing patterns to get you started next year. And I have other amazing cards with this designer paper. This one is on the blog today. You can check that out at juliedavison.com, a double gatefold card. And I shared that originally during Sunday stamping a couple months ago, a month ago. I've lost track of time. What month is it? And then, of course, the ones from last month's bonus project kit and my extra project kits are going to be available very soon. I will have them available the day I do the video showing the new kit. But you can just see that this paper is incredibly gorgeous, and I hope that you will consider grabbing a pack or two to tide you over so you can make amazing cards like I did. If you enjoyed tonight's video, despite all the craziness, please give this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed, I'm not sure if I can say anything to make you subscribe, but I hope that you do, and ring the bell so you'll be notified when I go live and when I have new videos. And I'll be doing an extra video for that October project kit in the next few days, in the next week. So watch for that early next week. And thank you again for being here. Thank you for being part of my stamping community. Thank you for uplifting each other. And for me, it truly is therapy to be here with you and share with you. And I appreciate that you let me be real and let me be me. And on that note, good night. And I'll see you again very soon. Bye, everybody.